How to explain the origin of life. How to prove evolution and the creation of matter and energy. Is it possible to prove and explain the origin of matter and energy? In the beginning, space was empty. Are there any biological, physical, and chemical laws that support nothingness can produce something? Evolutionists explain that non-living matters turned into living matters. For example, water and dirt molecules from the sea turned into bacteria. Bacteria turned into fish. Fish turned into salamanders. Salamanders turned into lizards. Lizards turned into birds and mammals. If evolution is possible, why are humans the only animals with higher intelligence and morality? If evolution is real, don't you think that dogs, cats, and every animals should be intelligent and moral like humans? How is it possible that monkeys with less intelligence and no morality can turn into humans? If Earth really has billions of years, don't you think that it should be full of skeletons in every ground and land? Why don't we find them on the yards? Why didn't the European arrive to America millions of years ago? Nobody has seen animals turning into something different. Animals with mutations are sick and abnormal. It still doesn't support evolution. There are no biological laws that support evolution. You could use high heat, low temperature, and radiation for animals, but they won't change into something else. You are only killing them. Nature only follows laws. It cannot break the laws suddenly. The nature of the rock is being a rock. The nature of nothingness is being nothingness. You cannot expect nothingness to turn into something. You cannot expect dirt to turn into living things. It is against the law of biology, physics, and chemistry. You cannot expect an empty can to produce something out of nothingness. You cannot expect a table to move by itself. You cannot expect empty space to produce planets. There are no physical and chemical laws that support that. The nature of monkey is being monkey. It cannot turn into something else. China and India didn't have any connection with Israel in ancient times. How can you explain why those three nations have stories about the global flood? Can you explain why every ancient civilizations believed in gods that create things? It is obvious that humans in ancient times believed that everything was created by God, but they were looking for the wrong God. Over 3,000 years ago, the Chinese worship a god who is considered the most powerful. They called him Shandi, which means the highest emperor. The Chinese characters meaning show the book of Genesis from the Bible. The description is going to show some examples. If you think God is created out of nothing, then again nothingness cannot produce something. It means he was never created. If God doesn't exist, why are people healed of cancer without medication? Your parents gave you life. Should you respect your parents? Or hate your parents? Same thing with God, should you honor him? Or hate him? If someone helped you, should you be thankful? Or attack that person?